Okay, let's see here. I think I'm live. Let's see how my internet connection goes, how I sound. See if anybody can see me yet. I see Charlie's in chat, Frank T's in chat, Kevin K. Hey guys. Let's see here, pull it up over here. I'm gonna take these out. I don't know why I have earbuds in. I'm not talking to anybody but myself here. I'm talking to you guys, but I'm not hearing anybody but myself. Chestina, hey. Ankman Raw. Edward, good. You can see me? How do I sound? How's my volume? How's my internet? I'm using different internet than I used last time. I'm using my hotspot tonight. If it seems worse than my last 2 a.m. live, let me know, and I'll switch over to my other internet. I've got 3 internet services that I can toggle through to try and get the best stream possible. So, see, go to my channel. This time I also got chat pulled up here on my main monitor screen in front of me. So hopefully I don't miss any of you guys' messages. Just going to pull it up on my phone here to see how the stream looks. Okay. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah. Not bad. We might actually have a good stream tonight. Oh, Church, hey, thank you for joining. Edward, I see you there. Wyhick, Vapes, thank you. Good. Glad I sound clear. The Truck and Vapor, hey. Glad to see I have some late nighters. Raven Shadow, hello, sweetie. Hey, Hobag. That name. It's so weird for me to say that name, Hobag. It just doesn't sound right. So how's everybody doing? Is everybody having a good start to the weekend? Everybody ready for the weekend? I know some of you work on the weekend, so it's not really any different than any other day. Let me see here. Still getting the hang of this live streaming thing, so bear with me while I'm adjusting stuff on my computer here. Get myself situated. Oh, good. I'm glad it's morning for you. Good morning then, Wahick. Hey, Skip. From Chicago. So you guys are what? You're Central Time, so it's 1 a.m. for you then, Skip? Edward, I'm sorry to hear that. Raven, you're right. The Vampire Crew rolling out. I gotta find out some funny like names for my subscribers and my supporters. Maybe the Vampire Crew is a good one, since it seems like a lot of us are insomniacs. Yeah, Ankman. I mean, hopefully that will change. So where I live, I have really crappy internet. I can make my quality a little bit better with my hotspot. That's what I'm testing tonight. But I wanted to go live at 2 a.m. just in case my hotspot didn't work out. I could fall on my satellite internet, which I only get good satellite internet off peak hours. So that's from 2 a.m. to 8 a.m. So if my hotspot works out good, I can change those hours and go live at a different time. But yeah, 2 a.m., kind of my time slot for now. Good morning, Darren. Well, thanks for joining. Oh, I got top chat on. So if I missed anybody, I'm so sorry. I just realized I had top chat and not full chat. There we go. Okay. So I can close that off on my phone. There we go. Good. It's hard to go live. I tell you, there's so many people that go live, and I don't want to step on anybody's toes, that it's hard to find a time to go live when other people aren't live. And I know a lot of you guys watch a lot of different live shows, and that's great. You know, you guys are awesome in the community. So just trying to find a time that works for me, but also doesn't step on a lot of other reviewers' toes. And oh no, Edward, I'm sorry to hear that. So I'm new at this, not used to doing live streams, a little bit laggy. Yeah, see, with the hotspot, like it'll run really good for a little bit, and then it'll kind of slow down and lag me out a little bit. So this kind of a test run, seeing again, you know, what kind of internet and what kind of quality stream we can get going here. I think I forgot to change my latency too. So I don't know how much of a delay that we have here between when I see your messages and when I respond to them. Thank you, Raven Shadow. Good morning, Scott Davies. Yeah, I'm a vampire too. I am definitely a vampire, Skip. Yeah, it is truck and vapor. Yeah, when the wind blows, exactly, Frank. I'm kind of what I'm stuck with where I live. For me, it's a fair trade-off. But I know for people that like to see me go live and interact with me, it's not a fair trade-off. For me, it's a fair trade-off where I live. I get a lot of privacy, and I like my privacy. And the trade-off to having a lot of privacy is not having good internet service where you live. So talk a little bit about what I'm vaping on right now. This is stuff that I've got reviews that will eventually be coming out. I promise you guys, I'm going to be putting more content on my channel. I am vaping the USV Mach 1 with the USV RDA. Opinions on the RDA? Meh. It's not the best RDA I've ever had, but it's not a bad RDA at all. And then the Mach 1 USV Squonker, which I'm not fond of the squonking. You know, hey, Habib, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. With the USV Squonker, they have that proprietary bottle, and it's sunk in quite far from the door, as you can see there. Like, the bottle doesn't protrude at all. So for girls like us, anybody with long fingernails, squonking this thing is very painful. It's not nice to acrylic nails at all. So not really enjoying it as a squonker. I mean, as a dual battery mod, it does the job. I was thinking the same thing. Exactly, Wahik. I was thinking the same thing too. Being that it's made of two materials, I can see it ripping and tearing. Okay, so next what I'm vaping on, I've already reviewed this. If you haven't already seen it, the Dead Rabbit RTA, I am very fond of. I've been really liking it. And it's kind of made a home on my Mad Mod by Desire Design Tech, which is a single 21700 battery mods, or 2700 battery mod. So yeah, I've been vaping on that a lot, really loving it. Reviews on my channel for both of those already. And then I'm also, you guys have probably seen me with this a lot. I'm vaping on the Vaporesso Polar mod, which is, in my opinion, I mean, it's a really, really good dual battery 18650 mod, regulated, with the Desire Design Tech Bulldog sub-ohm tank, which I don't have a review for yet, but it'll be coming soon because I've really been loving this sub-ohm tank. Yeah, Harvey. I've never found a top airflow RTA that I really liked. I mean, they were okay, but this one definitely has done it for me. I'm really liking the Dead Rabbit RTA. Oh, what I'm vaping inside of them. So I'm almost out. I'm out. Like, I'm literally going to have to sit and squeeze and squeeze. in the Dead Rabbit RTA and in the Bulldog Sub-Ohm tank, I'm vaping on this Flaky French Crumbs Vapor. Really, really good French toast. It has a cinnamon note, but it's very much in the back. Really good French toast vape. And it is sweet, and it does gunk the coils, not too quickly, but it is, you know, it is one of them that gunks the coils. And then also in the Dead Rabbit RTA is, or no, not Dead Rabbit, that's the Crumbs. In the USV RDA, I am vaping on Redbird, which is a strawberry cheesecake frosted vape. It's like got cereal notes, it's got cheesecake notes, and it's got strawberry notes, which is really good. I've been liking that. And then what else am I vaping? I had something else over here. So that's 3. Oh, the mod that I tore apart on my last live. Well, I didn't tear it apart. I just took the emblem off. Still vaping that, which the review is coming very soon for that. The Snow FM fan kit. Been really liking that. Still vaping on that. And I think that's about all I'm vaping on currently that I have set up. I have this set up too, but it's just, I'm a visual person, so it's not the first mod I pick up just because visually I can't stand the color. I can't stand it. But yeah, it's the Sobra by Sigelli because I need to do a review on that too. So I've been vaping on that. And I believe in that one I have the Magnum Pie, which is a banana cream pie. And this tastes just like Little Debbie banana moon pies, if you ask me. So it's good. I like it. I'm a dessert and bakery vapor. Let's see. Oh, I wanted to show you guys my latest stand. So I am addicted to 3D printed stands, and I bought several stands from Stand Up 3D. And this is my latest stand that I bought from them. So I had him do a custom name on the front, which he offers. I think it's $5 to put custom wording up to 20 characters there on the front. But it holds 15 atomizers. It's really light, and it's stepped. And that's what I like, that he's now doing the step design. Because I like that, because then I can display all of my atomizers and see them and access them really easily. So I ordered one of those. And then in that order, he's such a sweetheart. Oh, I also ordered a battery stand. So it has holes on the sides for, you know, adequate ventilation, but it's a battery stand. So I can actually put my 18650 batteries in there. I keep them all in plastic cases, but it's sometimes for me when I need to change my batteries really quickly, getting them out of cases. So I bought a stand so that I can put some batteries here and have it sitting right here off camera. So when I need to change my batteries, I can put my charged batteries in here and have them sitting over there off camera. So really, really like this stand. Those are the 2 stands that I bought. And then Stand Up 3D is always running sales over on his site at standup3d.com. And he likes to throw in extras with your order. So he threw in this new one. I'm not sure the name of this one. But he threw in this purple one for me, and he does them different sizes for different things. Some of them are e-liquid stands and things like that. And then this one is called, I want to say it's called the Nut. See if he branded it. No, he's got Stand Up 3D there branded on the back. But this is another one. It looks like here it holds 2 drip tips, an atomizer, maybe an e-liquid bottle, and a mech. Probably. That looks about the diameter of a mech, possibly. So it looks like that's what that is. So he likes to throw in little extras. Yeah, Skip, the Addy stands are really nice. See, some more people came in. Hey, Edge Gaming, thanks for joining. The Wolf, hey, Wolf, good to see you. David, hi, thank you for joining. So yeah, that's something that I received in the mail today. And then also received some e-liquid from another female sorry guys, I can't talk very well tonight. Another female reviewer Wendy Vapes here on YouTube. She has an e-liquid line, and she sent over Queen's Passion, and she also sent over Royal Cheesecake. So I'm going to be trying those out and seeing what I think of them, because the Royal Cheesecake, when I talked to her, I went live with her on her show a while back ago, and she was talking about her e-liquid line, and she said that it's a dragon fruit cheesecake. And one of my favorite vapes when I first started quit smoking was a dragon fruit cream vape that I got from, I want to say Quit That Grit, or what was the other one that I stopped? I really started, like, I was buying e-liquid online, but it was a dragon fruit and cream, and I really like that. So this sounded right up my alley. So that's e-liquid that I got in the mail today. Hey, Fagan Fangirl, thanks for coming over. Hey, Dustin, Cody. Hey, Nathan. Hey, bro boy. And then let's see. Oh, I got a package I haven't opened yet, but I already know what is in. This came from 8 Vape, and I believe this is a disposable pod, which, let me know in the comment. Let me know there in the chat, you guys. What do you think of disposable pod systems? Because I'm kind of really torn on them. Nathan, that is really epic, Nathan. So let's see. The pods. Ooh, that's a tobacco. So I likely won't try that one. Lemon dessert sounds good. Menthol. Ice pineapple. Ooh, I wish that didn't have ice in it. And cool melon. So I got all 5 flavors. So it's a disposable pod. It's called the Mojo. That packaging isn't very good to see. Here we go. We'll pull up the blue one. So it's called the Mojo. And it says 5% nicotine. So that's going to be 50 milligrams. And it's very light and very small. So I would say it probably doesn't have. Yeah. So Mojo produces 200 to 300 puffs, which is approximately equivalent to 20 cigarettes. And they have all their warnings. Good brand. I like that. I really like they're following all of the FDA regulations with their branding and putting the nicotine warning on there. So really good. They've got their nicotine warnings. All of their branding is FDA compliant. So that's really good. So which one am I going to open up? I'm going to open up, of course, I'm going to open up the lemon dessert because that's the closest one in my profile. I might open up that iced pineapple too. Yeah, especially for us hobbyists. KBN, Freddie, thanks for coming over. Hey, Vaping with D. Yeah, that's what it's so hard because it's like, I don't want to throw away, and I don't want, like, I'm not very good at recycling, but I do try. I'm conscious about my footprint, and I think about, the things that, we're contributing to our waste. And vaping has a lot of waste. When you think about our e-liquid bottles, you think about our coil heads, anything that's disposable, like pre-built coil heads, and even our coils, e-liquid bottles, all of that thing, that's stuff that goes in the garbage. Packaging is all stuff that goes into the garbage can. And so disposable pods means more going in the garbage can. And not only that, but batteries going into the garbage can. Oh, you know what? That's what I should have looked to see. Yeah, see, they have no information what I would like to see with this. And I think some others do it, is there is a battery inside this. There is a little lithium ion battery. We don't want those going in our landfills, so I'm really torn on them because thanks for reminding people to hit that like button. So what I'm really torn with these little disposable pods is, it's great that they can be really handy. And I am a proponent of pod systems for converting smokers over to vapors because they're very, I mean, come on, look, I literally just opened the pack and I'm ready to vape. I've talked to a lot of smokers. I've talked to a lot of smokers looking to become vapors that were very intimidated by vaping, and also smokers that didn't want the hassle. One of the things that they would say to me is, if I want to smoke a cigarette, I pull a cigarette out of the pack and light it. I don't want to have to do, because they see us hobbyists and they're like, I don't want to have to build coils and know how to build coils. They see that and they're intimidated by it. So I see how this is a good gateway into vaping for smokers that might be intimidated or that just don't want the fuss. But what I don't like is, you know, is that, oh, there's a little thingy on there. Good thing I just seen that, because that would stop me from being able to use it. I don't like is that we're adding garbage, you know, we're adding waste, you know, and you know, like these will get thrown around. They'll get thrown in parking lots. They'll get thrown in the trash, and batteries and plastic will be going to our landfills. And I don't want to see that. So let's give it a try. Ooh, I tell you, nope. I've never vaped before. This is my first time. Okay, remove the plastic plug. Let's try that again. That's a good amount of vapor for, usually with pod systems, especially the, you know, closed pod systems, the first couple puffs, it like takes some time to get the vapor going. It's got a funny taste. I'll take my rebuildables. I don't know about these, I don't know about the flavor here. It's got a really nice draw. It's got a smoker's draw, and it's got a lot of throat hit, which it's got 50 milligram Nick, which I don't know if that's regular. Let me see. Just says 5% nicotine. It does not specify whether it's Nick salt. I'm assuming it's Nick salt, and I bet if I go to their website, it'll say Nick salt. But that's 50 milligrams, so I'm not going to take more than 2 or 3 hits, but I did want to try it. But yeah, like pod systems have a purpose. You know, they're simple, they're easy to use, and it can help convert smokers over to vaping. And once they can graduate up from the pod system or stay with it. I know people that vape that never move away from pod systems. That's what they like. I've been at the doctor a lot lately, and one of the nurses there is a vapor. She had her Soren AirPod sitting on top of her wallet over in their desk space. I was back there with her, and she had her Soren Air. So we started talking about vaping. Hey, MBK. So yeah, pods, you know, tell me what you think about them. I'm torn. I'm like 50-50 on them. I like them, but at the same time, the disposable pods that's a lot of waste. You know, that's a lot of stuff going into the trash, going onto the ground, going into our landfill. So not sure I'm too keen on those, but there they are. Works. I'll have to find some smokers because I got others. So I'm going to have to find some smokers to go give them to and have them try, which I'm always doing. I'm always looking for smokers. So there we go. That's my mail for the week, really. Got that out of the way. Wow, that took up 30 minutes. I talked too much. Yeah, well, see, I do use pods. I use them in situations where I don't want to be blowing clouds and stuff. Yeah, Raven Shadow. I find that the closed pod systems always have like this chemical flavor to them. Not all open pod systems do. You know, when you can use your own e-liquid in them, you know, you get much better flavor. Hey, Sammy. I haven't seen the Naked Pens yet, but I have tried their Nick Salts, their Lava Flow. And I think there's another one I've tried, 2 of theirs. Yeah, Frank, exactly. I mean, so many things come into play with a smoker and trying to convince them to convert. Cost, efficiency, how easy to use it is, you know, how satisfying it is. Does it mimic smoking? Yeah, and just for health reasons in general, honestly, I think when we start vaping, because we hear that, oh, you need to hydrate, vaping dehydrates you. But the thing with it is that we all need to drink more water. Most of us need more water in our diets. So yeah, I started paying attention to how much water I drink when I started vaping because it was something everybody talked about. But for health reasons, I drink a lot more water too. I joined the high blood pressure club over here. Don't know if any of you guys in chat have high blood pressure, but I've started taking blood pressure medications. And of course, you know, blood volume has a lot to do with your blood pressure. Not having enough not drinking enough water, drinking too much water. So the unsafe thing doesn't really work with me, Raven Shadow, because if you do the math, 50 milligrams of nicotine does sound like a lot. And if you are using a sub-ohm tank or anything, yeah, you don't want to use 50 milligrams. But because of the volts and the resistance of the coil inside pod systems and the amount of vapor produced, you're not getting 50 milligrams all in one hit, if that makes sense, which is why they break it down and tell you 200 to 300 puffs equals 20 cigarettes. So taking a couple puffs, I'm not getting like, bam, overdosed with nicotine. I do see the concern with pre-filled pod systems and high nicotine, and that if you break the pod and you get it on your skin, and things like that, yeah, you're gonna risk getting nicotine sick more than if you spill 3 milligram nicotine on your skin. Clonidine, yeah. See, they've got me on amlodipine. That's what they got me on now, and it didn't work. So they just upped my blood pressure dosage, my medicine dosage, and we'll see. I have to do the blood pressure diary, and we'll see if it, you know, works or if they have to put me on a different medication. Does beer count? No, Edward, beer doesn't count. Hey, McQuad from the Virgin Islands. Wow. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining. So yeah, that's what I'm vaping on, what's going on there. A little bit about what's going on in my life right now. I kind of wanted to share with you guys. I wanted to make a video sharing more about myself because I feel like there's a lot of you guys that are subscribed to me and that watch me, and a lot of people that I consider as friends in the community that can relate to. And also, you know, sometimes it's nice to know you're not alone. So I kind of wanted to share about some more personal things with me, what's going on with me health-wise, why my channel isn't producing as much content as it was. There for a while, I was at least pumping out 4 videos a month. Sometimes I would even get 2 to 3 videos every week. And that's kind of dropped off. I'm not able to put out as many videos. And there's a lot of reasons for that. It's not because I'm burnt out. It's not because I'm not getting the results I want or anything like that. It's for health reasons. It's for life reasons. So recently, I've been having some health complications. I have generalized anxiety disorder. I've had it my whole life. I have to take, yeah, do a video a day with Kimmy Vapes. And I would love to, Joseph, like, I've thought about that. Like, I would love to do like a day in my life style video where I take my camera and I do like a vlog and kind of just let you guys see, a day in my life rather than sitting here and just telling you guys what a day in my life is like. Thank you so much, Raven Shadow. So yeah, like a month ago, well, 4 months ago, I decided to stop taking my anxiety medication. Now, not just like stop taking it. I never recommend that. If any of you out there are taking medication that's prescribed to you, go to your doctor, express them your concerns, let them know you want to stop taking it, the reasons why you want to stop taking it, and then start a plan of lowering your medicine slowly to come off of it. They recommend like 6 months of titrating down your dosage. I did it in 60 days, which I don't recommend because I feel like it was too soon. But I also had some other things come up. So a month ago, I started having some weird symptoms. I came down with the flu. I had the flu for 2 weeks. At the end of the flu, I went to my doctor because I was concerned that it was more than just the flu. And the doctor said, no, it's viral, go home. 4 days after that, I was hospitalized with severe pneumonia in my right lung and pleurisy, which pleurisy was a result of the pneumonia because what that is swelling in the lining that surrounds your lung. So it made it feel like I was in excruciating pain. I've never felt pain like I had with pleurisy. And I had pneumonia. So I was in the hospital. They released me. I had antibiotics. Got over the pneumonia. Now I've had vertigo for 7 days. Nonstop vertigo. So my health hasn't been great. I'm dealing with all of these things. And it's very hard to sit and record with vertigo because I get very dizzy. I get kind of discombobulated. I have trouble forming my words sometimes. I slur my words sometimes. Yeah, very much so. So trying to come off my anxiety medicine. My daughter, I haven't talked a lot about her, but both my children are special needs. My daughter is having a very hard time. So we go to a lot of appointments with my daughter and everything. And she's home full time right now with, so I'm busy a lot being a mom. So I haven't really been able to produce the content that I wanted. I had so many ideas for my channel, so many things I wanted to do with you guys that I just haven't been able to do, and it's really frustrating. So stress can cause physical health problems. Health problems can cause stress. So it's like, it's not fair. I've got all this stress and health problems. So yeah, and I know, a lot of you guys probably have health problems, and a lot of you guys understand what I'm going through. So that's why I'm sharing it with you, is because I know you guys understand, and I'm sure many of you can relate, whether it's high blood pressure, whether it's diabetes, whether it's more serious conditions, that you guys can understand and relate. And it helps me feel like, I know I'm not alone, and maybe it'll help you guys feel and know, you're not alone either. It sucks. Hey, Ronnie Murray. Yeah, it does suck, Sammy. Vertigo, I would not wish it on anyone. Do not wish it on anyone. It sucks. It ruins every minute of your day. But I try to be positive, and something that I struggle with is positivity and staying positive and seeing the bright side in everything. And so I'm trying to turn all of this stuff into a positive, which is why I'm reaching out to you guys and I'm connecting with you guys and I'm going live to talk to you guys, because I want to turn it into a positive. So this month is a hard month for me, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about me and a deeper reason why I started vaping, because I've never shared publicly the real reason why I started vaping. And that's because it's been really hard to talk about, and I still have been processing a lot of the things that surround it. So, hey, Jim. Hey, Jim. So, of course, there's many reasons to start vaping. And we all have our reasons, and that moment when we finally said enough is enough. My story is not different from many others. I started vaping after trying to quit smoking 50 million different ways. Chantix, Nicorette, patches, gums, all of that stuff. Tried all of those things to quit smoking, and none of them worked. I found out about vaping, and this part I have told before, is I was making a drive to Indiana, because that's where my family is. That's where I'm originally from, is Indiana. I live in Georgia now. I was making a drive and I couldn't smoke in the rental car. So I picked up a cig-a-like. And I was like, hey, that actually helped. That actually worked. I like that. And I went from cig-a-like to a little starter pen to what really solidified it for me was my E-Leaf iStick 20 watt and my Aspire Nautilus tank. That was when I knew absolutely I'm a vapor and no longer a smoker. But why I was going to Indiana, I've never talked about. And so I'm going to talk about it because I have a reason. It's going to take me forever to stop beating around the bush and get to the point. So bear with me, you guys. My children's father died, and I was going to Indiana for his funeral. He was a military veteran. He served 6 years in the Army. He suffered a combat-related injury that brought him home after 2 tours in Iraq and Afghanistan. He served in both Iraqi freedom, and I think it's Project Enduring is the other name. I get them kind of confused. So if I give something that doesn't sound right, I promise you, he served in the military. He was a combat veteran. He served 6 years. So he was 100% medically retired due to his combat injury. And when he came home, he was a different person. I didn't realize the change that would occur. We were not together, but we still talked every day. We were best friends. He committed suicide. He had PTSD and a traumatic brain injury, and he committed suicide. So how I quit smoking was when I came home from the funeral. We have 2 children together, a son and a daughter. I was quickly slammed with the realization of I'm all they have left. I'm their only parent. I lost my grandmother to lung cancer. She was a smoker, former smoker. She had been quit smoking for 20 years when she was diagnosed with lung cancer. And that's why I started vaping. Was because I was the only parent left. And I needed to be there for my kids. And I knew smoking was going to kill me. So that's why I quit. And that's why I started vaping. And we all have our reasons. And, you know, so vaping is so important to me and so personal to me because I associate my vaping, a lot of my beginning vaping journey with the feelings of grief and loss that I had and losing someone I loved, someone who I spent much of my life with, and someone who gave me children with. So it was really hard for me to talk about it. And in January, it'll be 4 years since his death, which marks 4 years, my vape anniversary. So it's hard to associate those things. His birthday was a few days ago. So it's been a hard week because he's really in my mind around this time, around all of the holidays that are getting ready to come up. So pretty much September to February is really hard for me because of that and because of that loss. And he was an amazing father, an amazing soldier, an amazing person. And instead of hiding from that and not sharing that, I wanted to share it with you guys. You guys can thank my therapist because I talked with my therapist and about what I do here on YouTube. And my therapist is very much like my therapist, you know, really supports what I'm doing because it's healing, it's helping, it gives me a sense of purpose. It's also a distraction from the stress in my life and the daily toll that being a mother and, you know, a partner to my boyfriend and all of those things. It's a place where I can connect with other people and maybe help other people. Yes, Jim, exactly. A healthy outlet. So here's the other thing that I've never shared with anybody publicly. Now, I've talked about this privately with some friends that I've made in the vaping community, but I've never shared it publicly. And if you guys want to see this 2 times, I actually went over on Vaping with Thesis's channel tonight, and I was live with him earlier tonight from 11 p.m., like from 10 to 11 or 11 to 12. Yeah, 11 to 12. And I spewed a lot of this out on his channel. So his viewers and some of you that watch us both already heard this story. The second half of that is not only did we lose their father, but their father had a genetic illness that is terminal. He had Huntington's disease. Huntington's disease is a genetic and hereditary disease. You can only have Huntington's disease if your mother or your father have Huntington's disease. So it's passed down hereditarily and is a genetic, no cure, terminal disease. Huntington's disease, a lot of the way the Huntington's disease community describes Huntington's disease is it's like having Parkinson's, ALS, and dementia, or Parkinson's, ALS, and Alzheimer's all at once. And it really is that because of the symptoms and how terrible it is. I will put links down in the description to some of the stuff I'm talking about. I'm going to put links to a few organizations that are very important to me. So I'll put a link down to the Huntington's Disease Society of America in the description after I upload this video. So their father had Huntington's disease. His father had Huntington's disease. His father's mother had Huntington's disease, and that's how it was passed down. Huntington's disease is 50-50, and the reason why it's 50-50 is because unless you had two parents with it, I think. But because of the fact of the way that it appears on the chromosome, and I'm not going to go too far into that because I really want to get to my point for you guys. But to give you an example, when you hear 50-50, you're like, oh, that's not too bad. But to give an example, their great-grandmother, and that's as far back as I know, because Huntington's disease kills you depending on your genetic hereditary version of Huntington's disease. It can kill you very quickly. A lot of Huntington's disease patients didn't know they even had that in their family because their family member died before being diagnosed because of all of the other medical problems that comes from Huntington's disease. But his father's mother, my children's great-grandmother, was one of 5 siblings. 4 out of the 5 had it. Or I may have that wrong. Might have been 3 out of 4. She might have been one of 4 siblings. It's getting late, you guys. But anyway, she had many brothers and sisters. And out of that many, most of them had it. His father, my children's grandfather, was one of 5 siblings. Or one of 4. And I want to say, yeah, one of 5. All of them had it. Every one of them had Huntington's disease. My children's father is one of 2 children. They both have it. Why this month is so hard for me, again, is their aunt, someone who I saw as my own sister, someone who I loved, and the same age as my sister. I was there, mind you, me and their father were together when we were 15 years old, all the way up into our 20s. We were together and married for 9 years and best friends until he passed away. So she's very important to me. She was diagnosed with Huntington's disease 3 years ago, and we just found out this month she is in the final stages of Huntington's disease. And the doctors have given her 1 to 2 years. My children have a 50-50 chance. My children's grandmother, who I'm very close to, has watched both of her children. She's already watched one die and will watch her second die and have to bury both her children. This specific Huntington's disease in their family line, how you determine Huntington's disease is through CAG repeats, the number of repeats of CAG on your DNA. No, they don't allow it. In the United States, I cannot test my children because of ethical laws, because the rate of suicide in Huntington's disease is astronomical. We're talking about 80, 70, 80% of Huntington's disease cases commit suicide. So there are ethical reasons that they do not allow us to test before the age of 18. And even then, you have to go through years of therapy. There's a whole line of like what you have to do before they will actually give you your test. There's a lot involved in testing. Their specific CAG repeat is very high. Borderline juvenile Huntington's disease high. So the lifespan, once you develop symptoms with Huntington's disease, your lifespan is projected from the first symptom. So once your symptoms develop, your lifespan is 10 to 15 years. Now, with their father, we didn't get to see how long he would live because he committed suicide. With their aunt, she's only been presenting symptoms for 4 years. And they're already only giving her 2 years left to live. She's lost the ability to swallow, so they've had to put her on a feeding tube. She is now in a nursing home. She's in a wheelchair. So I've not been in the best headspace lately. And I want to get out of that, and I want to bring something positive to everything I'm going through. So what I want to do, and this is my hope, before the end of 2018, this is what I want to do. I am very passionate about advocacy. In the vaping industry, it's very important for me. I don't only advocate online to other vapors and educate other vapors, but I go to vape shops, I go out in my community, I talk to my representatives, I go to legislation that's local to me, and I inform and I educate and I advocate. So one thing that I want to do this year as a way to turn this year positive for me is I want to do a charity raffle. And the organizations that I want to donate to is an organization that's called the Ripple Effect. The Ripple Effect was created for my children's father, my husband. When he died, we created this. More so, let me give credit where credit's due. His mother, Wendy Shackley, the director and founder of the Ripple Effect, in honor of Joel Allen McNeil, created this charity. And this organization that is 501c, it is a charity organization. It's a nonprofit charity called the Ripple Effect. And I'll include a link down below about that. And the Ripple Effect is there to serve military men and women and their families for reintegration. The suicide rate among military veterans is way too high. 22 is the number. If you're familiar with it, you know what I'm talking about. 22 men and women, retired military men and women, take their life per day. My children's father was one of them. Suicide is a very... I have mental illness. I mean, my anxiety disorder is classified as a mental illness. My children have mental illness. So mental health is very important to me. The military is extremely important to me. So what I want to do is I want to do a charity raffle, and I want to do it for 3 things. I want to do a charity raffle for the vape community because you guys are amazing. If any community is amazing, it is you guys. It is the vape community. You guys come together, you rally, you're there for each other. You guys make me so happy. And I want to get you guys involved in something that I'm already involved in. So I want to do a charity for the Ripple Effect, for Huntington's Disease Society of America, and for one of our vape advocacy organizations, whether that be CASA, Not Blowing Smoke, one of those organizations. All of the money that I receive from the charity raffle, and I want to do a raffle because I want you guys to be able to get something for your donation. You know, I want to draw people in, and we all know charities do best when you have a raffle. You get a lot of people coming in that normally wouldn't come in. when it's a charity raffle. So I want to put together a vape charity raffle, and I want to be able to make a donation to the Ripple Effect that supports servicemen and women and their families on reintegration, connecting them with mental health care, connecting them with jobs, connecting them with workshops, helping those men and women reintegrate in society as civilians, because you're not trained in the military to be a civilian. You're trained in the military to be a soldier. And when you leave the military, you're still a soldier. So that's really important to me. HDSA is really important to me because it affects my family, because it affects my children. And of course, vaping is super important to me because I found vaping because of those other two things, and because I needed to make sure that I can be around for my children, because I'll have to take care of my children. I'll be there taking care of them, feeding them when they're not able to take care of themselves. Take a break. Now, I've cried like 100 times today. I've said this to people. I've been talking with people about this. So I'm lucky. I got it out. Thank you so much, Thesis. Huge shout out to Vaping with Thesis for letting me talk. Huge shout out to my therapist for listening to me cry on the phone for 2 hours today. Shout out to my family, and shout out to my very close friends that sat with me today and let me just cry, because it allowed me to be able to come on here tonight and not cry. It allowed me to come on here and say what I wanted to say without being a babbling baby, because I'm not someone that likes to show my emotions. I'm not somebody who likes to cry. I keep things in a lot. So yeah, that's me. That's Kimmy Vapes. That's my story. That's what I'm dealing with right now. I don't want pity. I'm not looking for pity. What I want is to turn a negative into a positive this year. I want to take all of the pain that I'm feeling and the healing that I'm doing, and I want to continue heal. And I want to connect with you guys. And anybody that's ever experienced this, anybody that's going through grief, anybody that's dealing with a family member that has terminal illness, anybody that's lost someone to cancer. I lost my grandmother to cancer, and that wasn't enough to make me stop smoking, but it made me think about it. You know, anybody that suffered any kind of loss, any kind of heartbreak, any kind of medical issues, you're not alone. You don't have to keep it in. And if anybody ever needs to talk, message me, message me, because I care. I care about people and about those who need a shoulder. I may not always be, I'm not saying I'm your 24/7 therapist, but I can absolutely be there, when I'm available to be there. I am a mom. And I can try and help you find resources. I can try and help you find therapy. I can try and help you find information. Yes, Squid Industries is one of my inspirations. Thank you for mentioning that. Eric from Squid Industries is one of my inspirations for wanting to do this for my own healing, because he not only helps veterans, but he does children's charities. He does all of these things for these different things that he's passionate about. So yeah, it's selfish. I want to do a selfish thing this year for me, and I want to further my healing by involving my friends, my people in the community that I care about. I want to involve them in what I want to do this year, and I want to create this big charity raffle and do this. So this is just the idea. This right now is just the brainstorming. This is me getting it out that this is what I want to do. If anybody out there knows how to get something like this started, has any advice, if anybody wants to get involved with me, you know, all of those things, reach out to me. You can email me at Kimmy Vapes. Oh, geez. Sorry, vertigo here. Give me a second. So one of the things with vertigo that I'm experiencing that my doctor said she's never seen before is almost like a neurological problem. I get feedback where I'll be talking and my brain completely like goes on vacation. So if anybody wants more information, if anybody wants to help, if anybody has information to me to help me, you can email me at kimmyvapes@gmail.com. You can also private message me on Instagram at Kimmy_vapes. You can private message me on Twitter. You can private message me on Facebook. I have 2 Facebooks. I have Kimmy Smith, which is my personal but vape related page. It's all vape related. So I welcome vapors to my Kimmy Smith page. And then I have my fan page, which is Kimmy Vape. I think you can find it if you type in Kimmy Vapes on Facebook. You can find it that way too. But you can message me there. You can message me anywhere. I pretty much check everything daily, if not every other day. I need a vape, you guys. I'm sorry. I've been talking a lot. Let me try and catch up with chat too here. Let me check chat. Thank you, Edward. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for the encouragement. And that's what I'm doing. I'm being strong for my family. I got to take care of myself too, because I tell you, the stress and, you know, emotionally, when you pat stuff in, it starts to affect you physically. And I have a feeling that all of this physical stuff, the high blood pressure, I mean, not all of it. I mean, we know I'm predisposed. My whole family has high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, heart problems, but I want to like get on top of it. I'm only 35 years old. Feel way older than I am. Hey, Thug Life, thank you. Gregory Turner, you're late. You're late. But yeah, so that's what I want to get going. That's what I want to start. That's where I'm at, you know, mentally, physically. I'm not in the best place, but you guys make it better. Like, just know that. You guys make it better. Not in the best place, but you guys make it better. And I wanted to share that tonight with you and let you know more inside me and inside where my thinking comes from and all of that kind of stuff. Because I don't share it all the time, but you guys mean so much to me that I wanted to share that with you. And also because I kind of can't start a charity raffle without sharing my story, I guess. I mean, people would ask questions. Why does she want to donate to HDSA and the ripple effect? So I kind of felt I needed to make a video telling you guys why those organizations are important to me. And yeah. Truck it. I'm sorry. I wanted like I was trying to like get his attention, but yeah, I hope he forgives me. I needed to do this tonight while it was fresh in my mind and while I have my emotions in check, because I don't know if tomorrow I'll be a sobbing bag again, or, you know, I knew this was the time that I needed to make this video. So Truckin' Vapes, if you're watching, if not, I'm sorry. I wanted to talk to you, but you guys were having so much fun over there, and I'm just a Debbie Downer tonight. So I thank you, Truckin', for always having a home for me. If you guys haven't already, go check out Truckin' Vape's YouTube channel. He goes live a lot, almost every night, if not every other night. And he has all kinds of crazy people on there. He has little reviewers. He has people that aren't reviewers. He has Jay Hayes. He has Daniel DJLSB Vapes. He's had Mark Fagan on there. He's had all kinds of people on his live show. And it's just the name of the show is Cussin' and Discussin'. And it really is just a place to let loose, be crass, no filter. I kind of stay reserved on my channel, but I like going over to his channel because I can kind of let my hair down. So lots of love for Truckin' Vapes over there, for always having a home for me and letting me come out there and hang with him when he's live and even when he's not live. Good night, Sammy. Thank you so much. Yep, exactly. And I just want to flood positivity. You know, there's a lot, like for us as vapors and what we're seeing every day on the media, California just hammering down flavor bans. It's so easy to get caught up in all the negative and feel helpless and hopeless because there's all the negative, that I want to throw out positive energy. I want to throw out positivity to all of you out there. I want to receive positivity. I want to get some positive vibes, you know, like I'm not a religious person or a spiritual person, but I do believe in putting out what you want to receive back and putting out positivity, and positivity will come back to you. And I need some positive vibes right now, you guys. Like I do. I need some positive vibes. And you guys are so awesome at doing that. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm putting out positive, and so hopefully I'll receive positive back. And I want to thank everybody that comes and supports me and watches my videos and subscribes to me. Especially want to thank my patrons. My patrons, you know, I started a Patreon to give extra, you know, to be able to give something extra to those who wanted to monetarily show their support. And I really haven't been giving a whole lot of extra to them. And they've hung in there with me. Like they've really been there. You know, Shane Smith, Yeti Wire. Well, I'm drawing a blank again. Alan, Charlie, a new Patreon of mine who has been extremely supportive and just really helpful. And I super appreciate that from him. You know, and I'm probably forgetting names because my mind's all in a jumble right now, but all of my patrons that have been there and they haven't abandoned me and they stuck it through with me and they continue to support me. They're the reason why, you guys, the stream quality is what it is. Thank my patrons, because I have to put data. I have to purchase data on a hotspot. Now watch, I probably lose my signal because I moved it. I have it sitting up here in this perfect spot with the most signal that I can get. But they're the reason that I have that. Their donations are the reason why I'm able to go live. So huge thanks to my patrons. Huge thanks to all of you that support me, that watch my videos. I am so humbled by the people that subscribe to me and support me. And I'm so glad that you guys enjoy my content. So thank you, truly, from the bottom of my heart. I think this is where I'm going to end it. I've been live for an hour. I don't want to go too long. I just want to kind of chit chat before I end it. Anybody have any questions for me? I did want to make this a Q&A also. I wanted to get my story out there and share some things. But any questions? Questions about the ripple effect, questions about Huntington's disease, questions about HDSA, questions about what I'm vaping if you missed the first half, anything you want to ask me, long as it's, as Grim Green would say, as long as it's not overly intrusive, ask away. Also, you guys, if you want, let me know, like, what kind of structure would you like? Would you like me to do a regular live? Do you want to send me questions via email and I'll do a video and answer questions? Let me know. I love the feedback. I really love when I can do things that people want to see. So let me know if you want me to do Q&As, how often, you want me to go live more often. I know 2 a.m. is probably a horrible time slot for a lot of people, but I have a very, very busy Monday through Friday life. So I want to avoid other people's stepping on other people's live shows. Like, I want to avoid that if all possible. So 2 a.m. was kind of where I was like, well, Josh is still live, but he's been live for 2 hours at that point. So I'm like, I can't wait any later. I got to get some sleep. Thank you so much, Thug Life. You are amazing. Berry Tart by Dinner Lady. As you guys can see, hashtag am sponsored. Dinner Lady does sponsor me. That is why you see that up there. But I do not accept sponsors from companies that I don't myself buy product from and love. I truly love Dinner Lady. I like a lot of their flavors, though I'm very honest, I don't like all of their flavors. Berry Tart I enjoy, but my favorite is Mango Tart and, of course, their OG Lemon Tart. Mango Tart and Lemon Tart are like my go-to. I actually need to go and order some more. And no, I don't email Vape Dinner Lady when I run out of e-liquid and say, hey, can you send me more e-liquid? That's not how our sponsorship works. Just because, I don't do that. Like, I go buy my e-liquid. I try to go find a coupon code for it too. I go find a coupon code and buy it. But they are a sponsor. They always send me their newest lines. And then I show you guys them and I let you know my thoughts of them. So that's what makes them a sponsor, is that they always send me their newest lines. And then they usually always top me off with my favorites too. Whenever they send me their newest line, they'll send me more Lemon Tart and more Mango Tart because I go through it. I love that stuff. But I definitely like Berry Tart over Blackberry Crumble. Blackberry Crumble, I didn't get the crumble out of it, so it kind of disappointed me. But I really do like Berry Tart. But my two favorites are that Lemon Tart. Yep, I do, Mitch. Yeah, I just ordered a big coil order for Mitch. Hey, Cranky, welcome. Hey, Isaac, over there supporting Trump. Yeah, Berry Tart, it's good. Like, I would say the tart in it is not the same as the tart that I get in Lemon Tart. And I mean, JFM, you DIY, different fruits can play different with different bakeries. Berry Tart is super refreshing in the summertime. When I do get my berry, like I want my fruit, I go for Berry Tart. When I want more of my pastry, I go for Lemon Tart. Okay, so let's see here. Let me look at chat. Don't see any more questions. Nobody else asking questions. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you are watching the replay of this, please, please, please click the like button. If you're not already a subscriber and you like my story, click the subscribe button and share this video with your friends. Get me out there. So another thing I want to share with you guys about YouTube algorithms. So even though I'm not putting in maximum effort into my channel, meaning that I'm not putting out a video every single day, I am still continually putting out content, and I do plan to continue doing that. So I want to reach more audience that maybe hasn't heard of me. So if you watch a video and you like it, share it, because sharing actually bumps me up in the visibility on the YouTube algorithm. Liking the video bumps me up on the YouTube algorithm. So think of it like a point scale. You have 100 points. You know, it's like in grade school. Here's how many points you can get. Here's how you get them. So think of it like 10 points for a like, 10 points for a share. And then there's things I have to do on my end to also get points for that algorithm. Like I need to comment in the description. I need to like your comments. I need to heart your comments. I need to reply to your comments, and I get points for my algorithm that way. So liking, sharing helps my channel and its visibility tremendously. So tell my friends about you. Tell my friends. Tell yourselves about me. No, tell your friends about me. Share me. Share my videos, and that would help me a ton with my visibility, so that I can start, you know, getting out there to people that maybe haven't heard me, get in front of eyes that might like me but haven't seen me yet. And then always, you guys, thank you so much for being here with me. And that's the end of it. You guys can find me on Kimmy Vape. I suck at this part. Find me on Twitter at Kimmy Vapes. Find me on Instagram at Kimmy_Vapes. You can find me on Facebook as Kimmy Vapes. Thanks for watching. Comment down below if you have any questions, and I will update the description with the links to those organizations that I mentioned. Good night, you guys. Have a great night, great day. See you later.